Hey everyone, what's up, what's new, what's going on, and welcome to the 2013 Ryerson Li-Ning Open. Of course, sponsored by Li-Ning, so yeah, they put that name onto the Ryerson Open now. Anyway, it's been quite a while since I've been able to release any videos, do any commentary, just because, well, first of all, I've been busy, and second of all, well, yeah, I guess being busy is already a good enough excuse to not be releasing any videos. But we are back, and I am back, and we are finally back at the 2013 Ryerson Open. If you remember what happened last year, the men's doubles finals was just insane. It was just a super intense three-setter, and it looks like this year might be exactly the same thing. I'm kind of using this third set of the quarterfinals as kind of like a refresher course for doing commentary again, because it's been quite a while since I've been able to do any videos. So bear with me here. In this quarterfinals, on the far side of the court, we have Jason Mack, aka Junior, the lefty on the far side of the court, going with the behind the back and completely missing that last shot. But anyway, his partner this year is going to be Adrien Chen, the guy in the red and black top on the far side of the court. And what we have on the near side of the court is Perry Ho, which is the guy on the left. I guess the skinnier of the two players on the near side of the court. And we have his partner, Johnny Chang. Yeah, don't know too much about these players. I think I've featured Junior in a couple of previous games, maybe one previous matchup before, but the other three, I'm pretty sure I haven't featured any of them before. So a bunch of new players in the men's doubles A draw quarterfinals, and the reason why I really wanted to feature this is because I saw the first two sets, and these guys were playing at such an at the intensity that I've never seen before. These two teams are just going at it every single point, not giving anybody any breathing room at all. You can see that anytime anybody lifts, it's coming down, and it's coming down with a lot of force. And as you can see, we're kind of, well, a quarter way into the third set, and there's still nothing differentiating these two teams so far. Both of these teams are just really duking it out, not giving any breathing room at all, and that's what makes badminton so much fun, especially at the tournament level, especially if you're facing elimination in the quarterfinals, and especially if you really want to make it into the semifinals. As you can see, Junior is probably, I would say, of these four players, probably got the best track record in terms of tournament winnings. He's got a lot of talent on his side. He's also a lefty, which makes a lot of righties kind of not play as well for some reason. And as I say that, Johnny hits that last shot a little bit left of the far sideline. So yeah, as everybody kind of takes a break here. But anyway, 5-all is the scoreline with Junior serving to Johnny. Johnny going for the drop shot, but really couldn't make anything of it. But Adrien with the unforced error, shooting that shot a little bit long, maybe a couple inches long. So now the lead goes back to Johnny and Perry on the near side of the court. But not if Adrien could help it. He knew that he made a mistake on that last rally and really wanted to make up for it in the next one. And that he did, attacking that high serve and making it count. So Junior, again, going with the big smashes. We've all seen that he can smash like a champion. We all know that this guy has got a lot of power and a lot of oomph to his smashes. So we'll see whether that pays off or not. I mean, if it were me, my strategy would have been to really not lift to Junior, just because he's so good when it comes to making the attacks work. Adrien yet again with that last shot, making a mistake, hitting it into the net. And Junior still going for the big smashes right down the center, setting up his partner Adrien to just easily finish it off as they take the lead. Jason Mack and Adrien Chen with a 1-point lead, 8-7. Still going hard at it, and Junior still going for the big smashes. And, well, quite lucky there because it trickled over the net tape as they earned themselves a 2-point lead in this third set. Adrien doing a really good job setting up Junior for the smashes at the back of the court. But still, the defense of Perry and Johnny has been so good so far. I don't know how long they could kind of keep this defense up, but at this point, in the last rally, they were able to make it work. They were able to force a few more shots out of the attacking team on the far side of the court, and they were able to force an error. So that worked out pretty well, but I doubt it's going to be a long-term strategy for them. Johnny doing a great job anticipating that drop shot, just guiding that shot to the far side of the court. Nothing anybody could do about that. Nobody was able to reach that last bird. As Junior really attacking that really loose short serve and just going for the body and making it work. And wow, when do you ever see an attacking clear in men's doubles, especially at this level? And wow, did it work really well. Nobody expected that. Adrien tried desperately to move back and get to that last shot, eventually framing it into the net. So that worked out really well. I would never have expected that to happen. So back level, still level at 10-all. Junior setting up his partner, Adrien, but shooting it just a little bit long as we head into the mid-game interval. You can see Adrien was desperately going for the winner, going for the big smash. But if you can't keep it on the court, you're not going to win that many points. So, in the mid-game interval, it is 11-10 for Johnny Chang and Perry Ho on the far side of the court. Now, Johnny Chang is going to be serving to Junior. As Junior receives, we'll see whether they could, Junior can tie it up once again and make this, once again, a very, very even match. We've seen it all match long. So this time, Adrien going for the big smash, making it work, and tie it up yet again. It seems like nobody can gain any sort of a lead in this matchup so far. So good setup for Junior to smash. Does he go for it? Yes, he does, and boy, does he go for it. That was the loudest smash I've seen all game, all so far, and it's worked really well. Johnny tried to defend against it, but barely got a racket to it. That smash had power and angle. Nobody could defend against that. So as they take yet another break, I just like to say that, as these two teams are duking it out to get into the semifinals, there are quite a few very, very strong teams with, I guess, international experience that are seeded and probably going into the finals. So even though, these guys are really fighting it out in the to get into the semifinals, I think both of these teams know that they're not really going to stand too much of a chance of getting into the final at all. But it still makes for fun games to play against really top, not top international players, but players with international experience in the semifinals. So now it's Johnny and Perry going with the big attacks, trying to set the partner up, and Adrien really digging for that last drop shot, but he was kind of trapped. He got that drop shot too low. He didn't really have too many options and kind of just guided it into the net.
Number 1, men's team play. Billy Ho and Ian Wong versus Chad.
All right, a big celebration cheer by Junior as that bird sails long of the courts, giving Junior and Adrien yet another chance at making this a 2-point lead. Hopefully they'll be able to gain some sort of a lead. I'd like to see, I guess one team kind of pull ahead a little bit to see whether another team would come back from it. But still, 13-all. It seems like the scoreline is never gonna go beyond a 1-point difference. Look at Junior go. He's covering the front of the net like a champion. Didn't let anything past him as he's just smashed everything down from the front of the courts. the defense of Perry and Johnny were good, but they weren't good enough to match the offense of Junior so far. And that's gonna be a very costly mistake, especially at this point in the game. Perry going for the smash in the front of the net, trying to finish the rally off. Instead, he kind of just finished himself off. And with one mistake given, there was one, there was one mistake taken back as Junior serves that one into the net, and he feels pretty bad about that last shot too. You can see it in his face. Adrien still trying to dig those drop shots. It seems like he's having trouble with his movement or something, because he's been slow getting to some of those drop shots in the past few rallies. Wow, Junior raising his hands, knowing that he was completely disgusted with that last shot, as he gives the lead back to Johnny and Perry at 16-15. So still going for the big smash. The guys on the far side, and still unable to finish from the front of the court. It seems like every time the guys on the far side, Johnny and Perry, get that easy shot at the front, they kind of mess it up somehow, shooting it into the net. And that makes this game tied yet again in the latter stages of this third set. Still nobody really taking advantage of the mistakes. Wow, great serve, great long serve, hitting the back line, and now we have a 2-point lead. Now we can see whether Adrien and Junior can kind of increase their lead and kind of take advantage and make this win their own. A 3-point lead now, so they've got the momentum on their side. Johnny and Perry are going to do everything they can to change that momentum, and yet again, the chance to kind of knock down that shot from the front of the net, and yet again, it's going into the net. So I think that's 3 out of the last 4 rallies where they just kind of the unforced errors at the front of the net really cost them, well, this game so far. So as they replay this point at match point, 2016 is the scoreline with Adrien serving. Ooh. Well, great play by the guys on the far side as Adrien makes the mistake into the nets. But there's still 3 more match points left. Going for the backhand, going for the forehand, and finishes it off. 21-17 is the scoreline. Junior Mac and Adrien Chen make it to the semifinals as Johnny and Perry are kind of, I guess, they get eliminated. All right, until next time. See ya.